German, we have a word when there is a product that is to the benefit of an animal. And the word is called Tierwohl. The resiliency, the elasticity of a natural 100% wool product will do that. My name is Jack Brandt. I'm the owner and president of the Brandtfeld Group of companies. So it's 100% natural and 100% Tierwohl.
My name is Jeff Jacobs. We're here at Happy Valley Farms, a farm that my wife and I own together. And we have a small flock of purebred registered Rambouillet sheep.
This is the land that my grandfather and grandmother came up, spent their first night living underneath a wagon bed with a hoop on like pioneers had.
My wife grew up on the farm. Her father grew up on the farm, and her grandfather and great-grandfather were also here.
And it was kind of a hobby of my father, my grandfather, trying to breed better, usable sheep and concentrate our bloodlines, which we did.
What makes the F10 Ultra Unity Pad special? Well, it's the wool. We can use all sorts of different wools, but the Rambouillet is a particular, very fine micron wool. They allow us to make a beautiful product.
Using a fine Rambouillet wool, it's going to create a lot more airflow, it's going to help it breathe, and it's going to wick all that sweat and moisture off the horse's back, keeping the pad a lot more soft and supple.
And you can wear right next to your skin, and it's just got a silky, soft feel, and that's no different on your horse's back. Any type of climate, cold, warm. The Rambouillet breed is the most adaptable sheep you can own.
It is a local Canadian product, from the wool all the way to the manufacturing.
A small portion of the wool goes east over to Brandtfeld, and they felt the pad into that Unity one-piece pad, which is unique to any other pad on the market.
I think it took us about 2 years to develop a manufacturing method to finally get it done. It starts with the wool. Then you have blends. You have your recipes. You then mix different wools in terms of length, fineness, coarseness, shortness. And then you have to comb it. And you put it into the carding process. Now the fibers all open up, and now you put different bats or layers of felt, carded material on top of each other. You put it into the felting process, which consists of pre-steaming, moisture, and then it goes underneath the hardening or felting plates where you exert pressure and motion. Now the interlocking starts. You want to get a higher density. Then you put it into the wet stage, which is called milling or fulling. Again, under pressure and motion, increase the interlocking further. It starts to build a nice, dense fabric. After that comes the finishing, and the raw material of that is then being handed over to the cutting and converting, and they make all sorts of product.
What Brandtfeld has done with that Unity pad is quite amazing. When a horse has to turn the front of its body, it has to really open up its shoulders to cross those front feet. And the saddle pad and the saddle kind of hit right in the back of that shoulder area.
Most wool pads have a strip of leather down the back that prohibits the movement of the pad being able to move with the horse.
The idea of the Unity pad is it's just a fluent, equal amount of pressure across the entire horse's back. So if you have a pad that has good compression and has good flexibility, it's going to help that horse's shoulder open up. And so that's kind of the reason that I love the pads personally.
We put them on guys that are on their horses every day, all day. And we said, take these pads and wear them out and tell us what you think. They all come back and said, this is the best saddle pad we've ever used.
It's sustainable, it's biodegradable, it grows every year, It's a wonderful fiber that has been around for thousands of years.
We have a horse trainer out in the mountains in Pincher Creek area, and she started a horse from a 3-year-old. She put the very first ride on it.
She'd been using our pad for several months on a horse she was training for a client, and the client came to try the horse out and put his pad on, and the horse started bucking a little bit.
She was completely confused. She had no idea what on earth happened.
She went back and said, well, maybe it's the pad, and she put our pad in, and the horse calmed right down, settled down.
She rode that horse in front of the client, and yeah, that horse didn't buck, not at all.
The horse could tell the difference in the pad that was on its back. And that's the wool. That's the Rambouillet wool.
Maybe the horses feel something that we can't explain. An animal will feel when you care for it. And I think this product is right up that alley with Tierwohl.